vandalism of war memorials and statues of great figures in our past is becoming frequent, reflecting, I would say, a decline in the standards of behaviour expected in a civilised society. This even extends to the national capital, where miscreants have cowardly defaced the Canberra War Memorial. And now, at the time of recording, the Commonwealth Parliament itself is under attack by vandals draping their propaganda from the roof. And that great navigator, Captain Cook, is a particular object of vandalism. It shouldn't be a surprise that young Australians do not understand his place in history. I remember on one Australia Day, a New South Wales Minister of the Crown interviewed on radio was asked what the day, the 26th of January, commemorated. She said it was the day Captain Cook founded the colony of New South Wales, confusing Cook with Phillip. The problem is, as I see it, that when culprits are actually arrested and brought before the courts, the punishment doesn't, at least to many of us, fit the crime. Asked recently on radio what should be done to vandals, I said that apart from a mandatory punishment, they should lose the right to the dole, student allowance or any other government funding for a period of time, say 10 years. You may be interested in what a neighbouring country does. In Singapore, a special act of parliament provides for men under 50 that if they have conducted any act of vandalism, they be guilty of an offence and be liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding $2,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years. And also, they shall be punished with caning of not less than 3 strokes and not more than 8 strokes. Needless to say, you don't see much vandalism in Singapore. Foreigners have sometimes tried it and lived to regret it. In 1994, a Singapore court sentenced an American teenager, Michael Fay, to 6 strokes of the ratung, which is a cane, for stealing road signs and vandalising over time 18 cars. The sentence was reduced to 5 strokes of the ratung after strong protests from President Clinton. And in 2010, a Swiss national, Oliver Fricker, who already had a record of vandalising Swiss trains, was sentenced to 5 months jail and 3 strokes of the ratung after cutting through the fence of a Changi train depot with an accomplice and spray painting 2 train cars. And incidentally, when you look at Singapore, its schools have an extraordinarily high and increasing standard compared with ours, which are declining. Discipline in the schools is very high. Educational standards are much higher than ours and improving. And now the gross domestic product per head of population is twice that of Australia. This is of a country which has nothing like our mineral wealth, nothing like the sort of things that we can send overseas extracted from the ground and just sent to other countries. The Singapore GDP now of what was once a poor country is twice that of Australia. It suggests a society which lives under the rule of the law and doesn't tolerate such outrages as vandalism and deals with it with some strength.